Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 212A, the Tier 9 Soviet SPG. This one's located on the southwest border of Glacier, and alongside Oxagon is T3 Jaeger. It's the chicken in the new, it's a new tank destroyer, the German tank destroyer, which nobody seems to have the details for. I'll have to look that one up. I think it looks like a oscillating turret, maybe an autoloader. Okay, well, we can see Oxagon's going up the side, up onto the little platform here, which is a favourite firing position, mainly because it gives you good access either side, so you can have a shoot to the east or to the north with good access, and also be able to hit the middle. Okay, he's aiming straight for the middle straight off, but we've spotted a pair of enemy tanks. Looks like the chicken managed to get one of them. And the Cobra takes a hit for 127. Okay, that Kampfpanzer 7 decided not to go up the chute or the road leading up to the carrier, mainly because I think there's enough tanks up there that if he tries, he's going to get shot in the rear very, very quickly. There's a Barask on our side, a Mouse, a Guard, a Saladin, and the Kampfpanzer has now lost 425 hit points for his indecision. And he's not the only one. The T-30 got stunned as well. And there's a Skoda T-56 nearby, just in case they do try to pop up. Okay, now, can we put a round into this T-30? I think we'd be better off going for the Kampfpanzer 7 again, because, of course, the Skoda might be able to get shots to him. He pulls back. Manages to dodge the shell coming his way. As you may know, Oxagon plays at the weekend with his platoon mates, the chicken, and the other one was Soul Collector, and Soul Collector doesn't appear to be in this game. Maybe it's because he was busy elsewhere at the time. The chicken, I think, might be the new name for Tramsey. I think that he used to play a lot with Tramsey. Direct hit on the Cobra, good shot. Right into his sides, it tracked him as well. And it looks like he was firing, exchanging fire, and he's gone down to the Mouse of all things. So they've lost one of their really good tanks, because the Cobra is actually quite a decent tank. So long as you remember, it's only a 4-shot autoloader, and the armor's not that good elsewhere on the vehicle. But it's the fact that it can do 4 shots. Rounds out T-30. Hits the rear. 329. These guys, the other side of that ridgeline, just waiting for the opportunity to catch that T-30 as he pops up. Of course, he won't pop up if he's stunned. And the Skoda, unfortunately, did take that hit. And he's lost a sizable amount of hit points. Of course, the T-30's got the 155mm main gun, capable of 750 Alpha. And he's just taken another hit. 338. If he keeps taking hits like that, he will be out the game. Okay, he's popped up again whilst he's still stunned. And he gets taken out by the 60 TP with a 152mm round instead. Okay, looking back towards the enemy cap area, we've got an AE Phase 1 sitting out in the open, rounds out. Oh, our fellow Arty just hit him. And now we followed up, which means our fellow Arty in the back chat 155-58 just picked up a load of stun assist. And in fact, he's getting more stun assist from some of our tanks. So I think he'll be fairly happy. Of course, the Batchat 155-58, only having a 155mm howitzer, is not capable of actually getting a long stun. But the AE Phase 1 just went down to our Badger. Okay, we've got a Barask on this side of the map. Difficult to shoot because he's actually gone to one of those spots where it is very, very difficult to put a shell in there. Okay, now he's backing down that slope. He's actually more vulnerable. And we put a shell in. Oh, there was 2 tanks down there. There was an Iron Arnie. I think it was an Iron Arnie. I'm looking to see. We've got the Barask. Oh, it's a TNH 105-1000. So the enemy actually had 2 tanks in the same vicinity, and he managed to tag both of them. fact, he got more damage on the TNH than he did on the Barask. Unfortunately, we just lost our CC1 Mark II. So, can we get another shot in there? Rounds out. This could be a kill. Oh, it went long. Oh, so disappointing. That could have been a kill. But it looks like we're bypassing that area. Our Kampfpanzer Fumzig Tun is actually heading in that direction to take out that TNH because he is very low on hit points. But we're 5 tanks up on the enemy now, and we're starting to pressure them at their own cap area. Even the Object 780 and the Kampfpanzer 7 are cut off. And now we've got this Striv 1030 rounds out. Bit of a blown rescue, but it's a direct hit. Oh, it was a penetrating shot. 940 hit points. The Alpha's 900, so that one definitely went through. Okay, one of the enemy Arty's running for cover. It's an M53, M55. He's quickly trying to change position. I suspect he was up that little platform, that little ramp area, because he seemed to be moving very, very quickly. He's just setting himself up, and now suddenly he's realised an Arty round's on the way in. I just saw the tracer to the other Arty who's just in the bushes, and he's knocked down a bush when he moved there. 2 Arty on the enemy team. The other one's an Object 261, and oh! Well, they just lost the M53, M55 to our Batchat, and I think we might be able to get a shot onto the Barask, or at least we might be able to splash him. We're about to fire a round in. Rounds out straight away. Barask backs up, and he's out the game. Beautiful shot. When they get to that position and they're very low on juice, then they're very easy to kill. The 261 is probably next to those trees. Yes, he is there. And he goes down to a very quick shot from the Badger. Well, I think you can see that when you get great Arty support as Oxagon supplying, then the battles are very, very quick and they go down in your favour. He managed to get a first-class tanker out of that game, as well as a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 12. He got a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team, and a win rate of 3,591, which is super unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he finally did get the highest damage in this game. He got the Confederate and 3,511 hit points of damage. Second highest damage went to the Badger with 2,985. And the third highest damage in the game went to the Object 261 on the enemy team with 2,886 hit points of damage. So he was doing very well on top in that game. When it came to kills, we can see it's the Badger who did the most with 3 kills. 2 kills went to the Guard, 1 kill went to Oxagon, and only 2 players on the enemy team actually managed to get a kill in that game. One of them was the Barask, the other one was the Object 261. And yes, so the team was kind of defeated fairly quickly. We can see that the Mouse on our team also managed to get a steel wall, and our Barask managed to get a tank sniper out of that game as well. Unfortunately, we can see that the Chicken, as he was in this game, managed to get 2,347 hit points of damage, and he got 1 kill, but he didn't do a whole lot of damage, I'm afraid. Not as much as Oxagon was doing. He was really piling on the damage. When it came to base XP, we can see Oxagon right at the top. So he got the top in 2 of the columns. 952 base went to Oxagon, 897 went to the Barask, and 803 went to the Mouse. He fired 12 rounds in the game, 6 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot, which we know was the Striv 1030. He took a direct hit, it went straight through and scored him a high roll. 12 splash, damage of 3,511, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damage 9 of the enemy, kill 1, so there was an 8 difference for the Confederate. 1,125 hit points of stun assist of 12 stuns, but not enough to get an ace tanker, but it was a lot of stun assist. Could have been nicer if it had been more. Now, he did earn a profit, 4,518 hit points of credits of this game, and he also got 1,428 experience points as well. So at least he came out positive on the credits and the XP, even though he didn't get an ace tanker out of this game. But it's not the only game he's actually sent in. Yes, Oxagon likes to play a lot at the weekends, and so we have got another replay. So let's have a look at that one right now. In the second battle, this time round we're on the south spawn of Steppes, and Oxagon's still in the 212A, but he's actually got a new player. He's got Soul Collector in the Waffenträger auf Panzer 4, and we've also got Vicassus of Triad in the RU251. So this should be a case of one sniper, one arty, and one scout. Let's see how they get on. One of the good things that most people like about 212A is, like the M53, M55, it does have the ability to carry vents, and that can massively improve the crew skills. And of course, if you carry food as well, as Oxagon's doing, then you get a big boost to your reload speed. As they say, standard reload 37.39 seconds, and Oxagon's got it down to 28.35. Okay, enemy tanks are in sight. Let's see where we're going. Now, we can see that our RU251 Triad is actually in, or Vicassus rather I should say, is actually in the middle of the map, and we just got a direct hit on one of the enemy tanks just around the corner. Now, I think it may have been that AMX 5100, because he's lost a lot of hit points. And if that Char Future 4 is not careful, he'll be the next recipient of a shell. He's just sitting there for the moment doing his reload. And you should never sit still, even when you're on reload. Okay, let's see. There's the Char Future. Rounds out. Does he back up? No, he gets killed. He gets splash killed. Okay, and these guys are stunned as well. Oh, no, that's unfortunate. T-32 went down to the shot by the AMX 5100. Or was it a GSG saw? Well, it's showing as a different tank that actually went down, but it looks like it was a T-32 to me. AMX 5100 takes another round, and this time he's out the game. So that's 2 kills now to Oxagon. He's the only tank who's and only player on his team who's actually managed to get a kill. Okay, CS52 Liz. That's the Polish Premium, which is a very good premium medium. Very tough little tank, that one. Okay, line it up. That looks good. Rounds out. Unfortunately, he does go down, so we get the stun assist. But, and he did take some damage, but we did lose the chance to get a shot on some of the other enemy tanks. The scores are rather even at the moment, and they've just lost their Hawk. Our spotter in the middle of the map hasn't really been doing much other than spotting for the team. So is Soul Collector. They're basically just sitting there watching what's going on to just get the opportunity. And the first shot that goes in on the west side of the map tracks the AE Phase 1. Or at least tracks one of the AE Phase 1s, didn't track the other one. Now, there's only one enemy Arty in this game. It's a GW Tiger. We don't know where he is, but we can see where he's aiming at the moment. He's aiming on the east side of the map. Lining up a shot in the AE Phase 1. Looks good. And it's a splash for 370. Yeah, it's difficult to actually get right on the money when you're firing over virtually the entire length of the map. When you're actually in gameplay and you're in a tank destroyer or a medium or a light tank, you can see these shells arcing through the sky, and then you get an appreciation of why there's a long delay between the shell being fired and actually arriving at the other end. And that's one of the reasons why I say shell out or round out, because basically I'm trying to say that, yeah, the shell is on the way, but it's arcing through the sky as we speak. Now our spotter has actually taken some damage, but he is now spotting for the team, and he's actually got close to the enemy cap area, and it looks like we found a Borsig. Oh, and he's in a very, very dicky position here. He could get badly hurt, and that's a direct hit, so I would not be surprised to see he lost a huge amount of damage, maybe even a big hit for maybe as much as a 900 hit points, because Borsigs don't have much armor, and the round will just carve straight through them. And that was a direct hit. Now we've got a Shrek somewhere up here, and our teammates are firing in this general direction. We did lose Vicassus in his RU-251, got taken out by a Borat. That was more of a general hit just behind the rock face, because we think that the Shrek is up there. Can't be absolutely positive though. Okay, we've got a Scorpion. Now, they're fairly thin armor as well, but it's basically a Panther hull. Line up ahead of its path. No, change its course. Now, good shot. Come on. Yes, right on the money. That's a penetrating shot, should be. Went right through him. I thought for a second, yeah, that one's lined up perfectly. And it went right through his engine bay. Okay, Cobra's next. Sometimes I'm so loud with my support that my mic actually conks out and it doesn't actually pick up the sound. It's just too much. That's rounds out. Splash. No, direct hit. He's got another kill. 4 kills now for Oxagon. There's only 4 enemies left. Now, we haven't seen that Borsig for a while, and he should be missing a huge amount of hit points. I doubt if he's headed towards our cap. They're probably headed back to try and defend their cap area. Okay, Soul Collector's moved up near their cap, and he's using the heights. They've spotted some of the enemies. This is where Oxagon can really help his team, because he can suppress these guys whilst they're getting our guys are getting closer. Rounds out ahead of the Udas, and it splashes him. And the Borsig is missing a massive amount of hit points, so I think it may have been a penetrating shot. Okay, here comes Soul Collector. He's going to pick up the Borat, or the Borsig rather. Say the Borat's a Barask. Rounds out. He's not even going to bother to wait for him. He wants to splash him. A splash kill could actually happen if he got it close enough. There's only 3 enemies left. If that Borsig, the Brat was... Oh, he was! The Borsig was very badly damaged with the last shot. He's down to 84, which makes him a splash kill. And Soul Collector gets the kill, which means the Hori won, and the Udas 14-5, the last 2 enemies left alive. The Udas just got splashed. And he's stationary. He's just been tracked. He's a one-shot for Soul Collector, but I'm not sure if Soul Collector's loaded. But he should be able to get the kill. In fact, the kill goes to the ENJ0Y in the end. And that means now we've just got the Hori 1. And we're only a few seconds away from firing our last round of the game, I think. Lined up. Rounds out. And it tracks him. And now Soul Collector is going to pick up the last kill. He does. Lovely done. Well, yes, another game where Oxagon is just under an ace tanker. He got a first class out of this one. He also got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. And he also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 15. And he got a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by other teammates. And considering that he got a Confederate and he got 4 kills, shows that how widely he was spreading around those shells. His win rate in the game, 4,903, which is super income and a bit more. Let's have a look at team score. He didn't get the highest damage. No, that went to Soul Collector. In the Waffenträger auf Panzer IV, he managed 5,170 hit points of damage. Second highest damage went to Oxagon with 3,649. And the third highest damage went to the Borsig on the enemy team with 2,264 hit points. We can see that, yes, Soul Collector did actually pick up a high caliber in that game because that was 20% of the enemy hit pool. And we can, if we just check on that, we'll have a look. Yes, his win rate from that game, 6,166, which is super unicum and quite a bit more. Let's have a look at the rest of the results. When it came to kills, it was shared between Oxagon and the Hori one on the enemy team. Both had 4 kills. 3 kills went to Soul Collector and also to the Scorpion G on our team. And I'm afraid our teammates in the T3 Jaeger, or is it? No, it's the RU251, not the T5. Vicassus, there he is, Vicassus. He only got 930 hit points, didn't get a kill, but there again, he was spotting and he got 774 on XP. He did get 3,450 hit points of spotting assist in that game, which would have been good for his credits. When it came to base XP, yes, it's Soul Collector out top with 1,031. Just behind him is Oxagon, 1,024. They were the only 2 players who managed to get over 1,000 base, and both of them did have over 3 kills, but no brothers in arms because, of course, their platoon mate didn't get any kills, unfortunately, in this game. He fired 15 rounds in the game, so he was pumping out those shells as fast as he could, but he was aiming them very accurately, predicting exactly where the enemy tank was going. And of course, that lovely shot on the Scorpion, I don't know if did he actually get the penetrating shot? Yes, he did. Look at that, 514 hit points for a penetrating shot that went right up the rear of the Scorpion, or straight through his engine deck, actually, as well. He did get 3 penetrating shots in the game, and the other ones were on the Cobra, with 359, and I suspect that he splashed the Shrek. He did actually get around into the Shrek, and the other one was, I'm looking to see if I can find it. Oh, the Borsig. Yeah, look at that, 1,016 hit points. So one of those was a penetrating shot, the blind shot that he fired in, and we didn't get to find out until later, because of course we only splashed him for about 200 hit points the next time we saw him. So yes, that was a low roll penetrating shot the first time we hit him, and you can see two stuns on it showing 2 penetrations, or 2 hits rather, and one of them was a penetrating shot. Going back to the details, we can see that he managed to get 15 shots fired, 4 direct hits, 3 penetrating shots, 15 splash, 3,649 hit points of damage, all of it at more than 300 meters, damaged 11 of the enemy, killed 4. And he did 875 hit points of stun assist, or 14 stuns. That's probably why he didn't get the ace tanker, because even with the combined damage, it's only about, 4,400. He was very close to getting an ace tanker out of that one, but he just needed a bit more stun assist. He actually suffered a loss on the game of 2,491 credits, mainly down to the consumables, I would say. But he did get 25 bonds for a mission achievement and 1,536 experience points as well. So 2 really good games yet again. Unfortunately, on both occasions, they're first classes, not ace tankers. But it was one of those weekends, I think. But he has sent in another couple of replays, so they will be in the next video. If you enjoyed this one, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.